Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Invitation, a poem by Kamala Das. The poem explores the themes of love, desire, loneliness, and the search for emotional fulfillment. In this poem, love is depicted not merely as a source of happiness but also as an experience marked by vulnerability, longing, and inner conflict. One day she felt as if a man's fist was alternatively tightening and then loosening its muscles. It appeared as if he were forming some firm resolve and then becoming somewhat uncertain. She was tortured by her memory of lovemaking with one of her lovers. She knew that he would not come back, but she was unable to forget the experience of making love to him because it had been enjoyable. Standing on the seashore, she felt that the sea was inviting her to jump into its waters so that she could end her life. The sea seemed to tell her that she would lose nothing except her distress and misery, but the sea would certainly gain something by swallowing her body and adding to its conquest. She, however, asked the sea to mind its own business and to go its way, leaving her to go her way. She recalled how her lover would come to her during his office breaks to make love to her. He used to come to her to refresh himself after his tiring office work. He felt warmed in her embraces but remained silent all the time. She tried to dismiss his memory from her mind by telling herself that he had gone for good, but that it would be foolish on her part to entertain any hope of his return. Meanwhile, the sea repeated its invitation to her to jump into its waters and end her life. But she replied that she wanted to be left alone and not to be pestered by the sea. Her thoughts again returned to her lover. She realized that she wanted no other lover but the one who had made love to her and left her. In bed with him, she used to feel that she was in paradise and the 60 by 2-foot bed was heaven for them. It was only after they left the bed and walked together in the open that they exposed themselves to the much wide space outside in the city. The sea spoke to her again, urging her to end her life. If she waited for a natural death, her body would be placed on a funeral pyre and consumed by fire when she was cremated. If she jumped into the waters of the sea, she would meet a cool death. She would then be able to stretch her limbs on the cool sand at its bottom and be able to rest her head on the flowers growing there. Turning away from the sea, she thought again of the blissful experience of lovemaking she had had with a lover. They had been meeting in the afternoons throughout summer for indulging in sex, at the end of which their bodies would lie listlessly on the bed and their minds incapable of thinking by the heat of the sun. The sea urged her again to put an end to the memories of her lovemaking in the past and the heartache she was undergoing. The sea added that it had waited for a long time for the right person who would also be bright like her to come and enter its blue waters. But she replied that she was still young, she still needed her lover to reconstruct her life before thinking of destroying it. She still entertained a vague hope that her lover might come back, even though he might again forsake her. She asked the sea to leave her to herself. Turning away from the sea again, she said that it could wait, yet she was not ready to drown herself in it and end her life. When the waves were violently rushing towards the seashore in order to drown her, she spoke in her imagination to her absent lover. She had been resisting the sea's invitation so far, but she could not go on resisting it forever. Now the poem goes like this. I have a man's fist in my head today, clenching, unclenching. I have got all the Sunday evening pains. The sea is galleries today. Come in, come in. What do you lose by dying? And besides, your losses are my gains. Oh, see, let me shrink or grow, slosh up. Slide down, go your way, I will go mine. He came to me between long conferences, a fish coming up for air, and was warm in my arms and inarticulate. You are diseased with remembering. The man is gone for good. It would indeed be silly to wait for his returning. Come in, oh see, just leave me alone. As long as I remember, I want no other on the bed with him. The boundaries of paradise are shrunk to a mere 6 by 2, and afterwards, when we walked out together, they widened to hold the unknowing city. End in me, cries the sea. You think of yourself living on a funeral pyre with a burning head. Just think, bathe cool, stretch your limbs on cool sea sands, pillow your head on Anemones, all through last summer's afternoons we lay on beds, our limbs inert, cells expanding into throbbing suns. The heat had blotted our thoughts. Please end this whiplash of memories, cries the sea. For long I have waited for the right one to come, the bright one, the right one to live in the blue. No, I'm still young, and I need that man for construction and destruction. Leave me. The sea shall bear some firing and certain violations, but I tell you, the sea shall take no more, the sea shall take no more. The tides beat against the walls, they beat in childish rays. Darling, forgive. How long can one resist? And here ends a poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.